Hello and welcome to the final day of the WAPES 11v11 Legend League. It's been an absolutely fantastic season, and 4 teams can still win the league on this final day. Fuma United need an absolute miracle. Tristan, over to you. How do you see this game going?
Cool. So I think we've got 4 teams here who are very, very good. I think it will take a lot for VPES or PES to almost let it slip. They have been one of the most consistent performers so far. They did get a shock defeat against Fuma United in the last round of fixtures, though, which I think could run its way over into these games. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. What do you think, Chris?
Well, I'm very undecided. As we can all see, it's very tight. Anything and everything does indeed happen when it comes to the last day of the season. But me, I'm concentrating on
wait there, Chris. There's a shot. It's PES Tiamo. There's a goal. There is a goal in the game with PES Tiamo. They have taken an early lead. It is Lupe Alfonso who has scored the goal, and it's that really puts them in the driving seat today. Just 3 minutes gone. The defender has dithered on the ball, and Inos Ofra has taken a shot. Hawk has swooped in Lupe Alfonso to get them off to an early lead.
That's really surprising, as Collective 11 are usually extremely good on the ball at the back. So I don't think they'll be too happy with giving the ball away that easily.
Well, I can tell you now, he dithered on that like an old woman with coronavirus, oldie. He was dithering on the ball. He got caught, and then Lupe had a good shot, and yeah, they're 1-0 up.
Oh, great chance over at Watt Park there. A lovely little cutback from the left winger, Sean. And he has passed into the goal from 25 yards along the penalty spot. And the guy has, the main striker for WAP Phoenix, has shanked the ball out for a goal kick.
Of course, WAP Phoenix could still win this league, but they need to hope that Suicide Squad do not get a point. They commit virtual suicide on this game, and also they need Collective 11 to come back and win the game at Tiamo Park. Oh, there's a chance. There's another chance. There's a goal. There's a goal. Oh, my God. They are 2-0 up here at PES Tiamo. They are absolutely running this game ragged. It is Lupe Alfonso again with the scoring. Actually, the first goal for PES Tiamo was actually Raf. The second goal was Lupe Alfonso. They're 2-0 up.
That is, again, another kind of questionable goalkeeping as well. Like a rebound from the goalkeeper, tucked in nicely. But
well, looking at the Collective 11 league position this season, the goalkeeper hasn't covered himself in glory. That isn't his first mistake this season. I hesitate to wonder whether it'll be his last mistake. Is there anything happening in the important game there with Suicide Squad? Tristan.
So Suicide Squad, there's actually a little bit of controversy early on. It looks like Botafogo, the away team, they turned out without their kit. So they've had to borrow Suicide Squad's alternate kit to play this game. So we are currently watching what looks like Suicide Squad against Suicide Squad. But I do want to assure our viewers that the away team here are Botafogo.
Oh my God, the kit man's had a shocker. He's turned up. He hasn't bought the kits. Lick my face.
Oh, we've got some developments over at Watt Park. No, it's fizzled out. I will say, though, that WAP are very, very strong down the left-hand side. They've got the one of the centre-backs of the season, Light PES, complemented by the left-back, Big Boss, and the left winger, Sean O'Shea. The match, as it stands, is kind of rising to the middle. Not a lot going on at the minute. A bit of toing and froing. We're waiting for a clear chance, and when we do get one, there was a great chance there from Fumax Patria driving down the left. But when we get more action, I'm going to bring it to you direct.
Well, I can tell you now at this game, PES Tiamo are absolutely hammering Collective 11. It is non-stop, one-way traffic. They're ploughing into it like Ron Jeremy in one of his latest movies.
Yeah, PES Tiamo are one of those teams that press high. They're not afraid to get stuck in. They play like quite a narrow style of football. They don't play with much width. And it does look like they are pushing well up in the middle.
Well, I can tell you now here, Tristan, that they are giving Collective 11 all the width they can take, and they are driving it home. Looking around the stadiums now, as it stands, PES Tiamo 2-0 up. That will leave them into the driving seat going into the final day. Suicide Squad drawing at home to Botafumeiro. Obviously, we had a mix-up with the kits. Crazy going-ons there. And we just hope the crowd know who's who.
Yeah, and it's still 0-0 at WAP Park. Although the striker for WAP Phoenix was just released into space, but was judged to be marginally offside.
That game looks to be very end-to-end there, Chris. I can see anybody coming away with the points there.
Yes, it's very tight. It's very, very end-to-end, very open. But I think we're just waiting for one clear chance. Where's it going to come from? We don't know. It's that tight.
Well, I can tell you one thing here. In Italy, with PES Tiamo at the moment, they are 100% dominating this game. If I believed in conspiracy theories, I'd say Collective 11 were paid not to show up because they have done absolutely nothing. The front three of Raf, Loop, and Iasonofra are absolutely tearing them a new hole. It's an interesting league, this. It's been tight all season, and it's good that if these results continue, it could well go down to the final day. Suicide Squad, though, are going to need a goal, because if PES Tiamo were to win this game and Suicide Squad were not to win their game, that would leave them out of the title race going into the final day.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too much happening at Suicide Stadium. We've got Suicide Squad having a lot of the ball. Botafumeiro kind of finding it a little bit difficult to get hold of it. But right now we've got Bota on the counter, and it's just fizzled out. Like, this game's been very bogged down in midfield up until now.
Well, that's the problem. As you go down the leagues and go down the table, you do notice that some of the football is a little bit tighter in the middle, just lacking that quality. We haven't had that problem here at PES Tiamo. Anything happening there? Over to you, Chris.
PES Tiamo, I can't commentate on that because I'm talking about an entirely different match. I'm talking about WAP Phoenix, but I do think something is developing
down
in
the
another
left.
match.
Raf, header, he puts it in. Oh, he's got green hair, and he has absolutely plugged it in. That was a wonderful run and cross down the left from Iasonofra. I wish his name was a little bit more pronounceable. Raf headers it home, and they're 3-0 up, and they're absolutely going to town on Collective 11, who are a collective embarrassment at the back.
Who would have seen that happening? Collective are usually such a calm and collected team, like usually so good at keeping the ball and dominating possession. It just seems like VPES are tearing them apart.
Yeah, they have looked dangerous from the off. The possession stats are pretty even. The only difference is where the possession has been taking part. When Collective 11 have had the ball, they've been in their own half. When PES Tiamo have had the ball, they've been driving it home into the back of the net. Oh my God.
So we're now at half-time at Suicide Squad Stadium. It's been very, like, just looking at the stats there, we had 2 shots for the home team, 1 for the away team, both off target, all of them off target. But wait.
Oh, we've got something developing over at WAP Park, and I can tell you there has been a goal to break the deadlock, scored by Sean O'Shea. Excellent work down the right-hand side, it has to be said, from Oregano, and he has pinged in what must have been a 35-yard cross right onto the head of Sean O'Shea, who gleefully nodded home 1-0 to WAP Phoenix.
Oregano, nice on the wing, also nice on a pizza.
And that
Indeed.
does move WAP above Fuma United into that third spot.
We haven't really spoke much about the Fuma United game. It looks like there isn't much happening there. Both good teams. Obviously, they're playing the Manual All-Stars today. Both in their own right, very, very high-quality footballing sides. I hear that Fuma United's top goal scorer is going to be plying his trade for a new team next season. Any word on that, oldie boy?
I don't think there's anything to say about that. I think it'd be interesting to see if that player, I don't know who it is, if that player can step up to the plate at a... Well, I mean, is it fair to call them a bigger team? I'm not sure. We don't know. Maybe they'll finish below Fuma United today. Let's find out.
Well, I can tell you now, next season is going to be rough and tumble, ready to rumble, everyone going for it. All the teams seem to have improved and signed new big players. And there's a new team on the block with the name Pass and Move. It'll be interesting to see what they can do. I've heard they've got some good players and a rather dodgy centre-back called Trucker.
Indeed, they are the what they call the enfant terrible of the second division, but they're hoping to make a big impression indeed, according to reports that I've been receiving from inside the corridors of power at Pass and Move. Be interesting to see how it plays out for them. Was 1-0 to WAP Phoenix, and we are now into the second half at WAP Park with WAP Phoenix in the driving seat against Fumax Patria.
Well, I can tell you now here at PES Tiamo, every time I look at the match, there is another chance for PES Tiamo. All the front three, Raf, Ina, Sofra, are playing absolutely wonderful football. Collective 11 look like their heads have dropped a little bit. They look like the script is 100% against them.
And looking at Suicide Squad right now, there's still so few chances. We've got Suicide Squad, of course, playing in their black kit, and we got Botu Fumeru playing in Suicide Squad's alternate blue kit. And we're just not seeing many chances. It's surprising. Suicide Squad usually so deadly on the attack, finding it a little bit difficult to create. But they are pushing through now, and we have Fresh Like Me cutting it back. No, it's been intercepted.
Yeah, it's a high-pressure situation when you go into the penultimate day of the season. Every team wants to make an impression. Unfortunately, they haven't quite done it so far, and this is a must-win game for Suicide Squad. Just looking at the pass completion there, they are trying to play football the right way. They're just struggling to get it into the back of the net. How's the game looking there, Chris? Now WAP have 1-0 up. Are they looking like they're going to see this game through?
Not really. I have to say, the away fans are certainly up for this. They'd love to see Fumax Patria come away with something today, but unfortunately the 11 on the pitch are letting them down. They're creating chances. They're having around an even proportion of the play, but with the chances that they're making, they're really not at the races today, finishing wise. It's been quite substandard, so to speak. Any more developments, I will keep you updated.
I tell you what, there was another fantastic chance there with Lupo down the left, and he's given the ball on to Irsan Ofra, who is very close to making it 4-0. I mean, this is just one-way traffic, but there's a chance at the other end. Collective 11. Oh, he's down in the box. He gets back up. He looked like the defender got the ball, but it was a good chance there by the Collective 11, who haven't quite given up the ghost yet. Obviously, they haven't really got much to play for except pride. The Fuma United match is still pretty much dragging on with a 0-0. We're hoping, obviously, Fuma United are known as one of the best footballing sides in the league. But Manual All-Stars in their own right are also a very good footballing side. So it'll be interesting to see if one of the teams can snatch a goal in that game to keep it interesting. Obviously, Fuma United need to win to still have a chance to win the league. But obviously, with PES Tiamo 3-0 up, it's looking highly unlikely.
Yes, and back over at WAP Park, we have to say that the Fumax Patria are starting to take more and more risks which just led to a 5-on-3 attack from WAP Phoenix, which unfortunately down to Mad 13's hold-up play fizzled out, but it's something that the guys at Fumax Patria have to take care of in future. Committing so many guys to attack could leave them well open in defense.
But wait, we've got Suicide Squad attacking, some nice little passing, and a finish from Jolito. We have a goal at Suicide Squad Park.
Finally, they needed that goal because Suicide Squad, they've been pretty timid today, and some of the crowd wanted to commit suicide watching them. But now they've got a goal, and that means if they can keep it at 1-0, it's going to go to the last day of the season.
Yep. It was a lovely finish into the right-hand side of a goal. Like a good little move. It was the first time Suicide Squad put together a nice little period of passing. Like, of course, in their kind of attacking, counter-attacking style, but it was a very, very, very well-created goal.
How's the game with WAP Phoenix looking, Chris?
WAP Phoenix is, it's kind of toing and froing between both ends. There was word on the street that, oh, hang on a minute. No, I think I'm going to hand over now. Oh, we have another goal. Yes, we have another goal indeed. It's we have a goal from. Okay, let me just check. The goal is from Mad 13, who's scored a hatful of goals this season. Again, an assist from Oregano coming down the right-hand side. Absolutely lovely play, intricate cutback, and then swept beyond the despairing dive of the keeper. Currently now 2-0, WAP Phoenix. And is it game over? Certainly looks that way.
Who's been the best player on the pitch for you today there, Chris? Obviously, you've got Oregon's got a pair of assists. Has anybody else stood out?
The person that I was expecting to turn up and stand out and have a very good game today was Rick, but I have to say he's been absolutely anonymous.
Sorry to interrupt you, Chris. We've got a goal. Stratodex going down the right-hand side. Killer Spanish in goalkeeper saves. Gus Neeb has put it away at the far post. It is 1-0 to Fuma United. They are beating the Manual All-Stars. It doesn't mean much for them in the overall terms of things, but everybody likes a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Sorry, Chris, back to you.
Yes, just saying with regards to the person that didn't really turn up today, hasn't really influenced the game as much as he has this season.
Oh, we've got another goal. Sorry, Chris, I have to come behind you and take you down again. But PES Tiamo have got a fourth. It was a long ball. It was well controlled. A little cutback. The ball goes to Lupo and he scores again. He takes it very well, very calmly. I suppose it's easy when you're 3 up to do that.
Wow, so a little bit of excitement in the final minutes, like Fuma United taking the lead against Manual All-Stars. That will maybe create some interesting, like, who's going to finish third between WAP and Fuma United. Like, because if Fuma didn't win, that would have guaranteed third place for WAP. So we do have a little bit of excitement there, like who's going to finish third, who's going to finish fourth.
Well, I mean, that leaves it very interesting. Obviously, finishing third and fourth might be good to some people. Some people would be absolutely gutted to finish third or fourth in the table. But it all depends who you are. And obviously, the Fuma United squad would be delighted if they were to pip the big players over at WAP to third. WAP tend to be a team that think more highly of themselves than anybody else thinks of them. Obviously, you've got Dobby, one of the biggest players in his own mind. How's he going to feel if he finishes third?
Is it? Oh, unfortunately, offside. No, we had some action there over at WAP Phoenix Park. We had some lovely interplay coming down the left from the guys at Fumax Patria. It was turned into the net. It was a bit of a scrappy finish, mind, but it was adjudged, and rightly so, offside. Still 2-0 to WAP Phoenix.
So we've got some results are in now. The Fuma United versus Manual All-Stars game has finished 1-0 to Fuma United. Gus Neeb with a late goal to take the spoils there. It was a game that was dominated really by no team, Both teams playing decent football, but not really penetrating. It was a little bit like my love life. Sewer Squad game is also over 1-0. As you have a look on the screen, there was a little bit confusion with the producers over who was actually playing who, because Botafumeiro, not only did they not turn up with their kits, that confused the kit men. It also confused the producers, who, as you can see on the screen, have said Suicide Squad 1 against Suicide Squad 0. It wasn't Suicide Squad. It was Botafumeiro in the wrong kits.
Yeah. And that game, I mean, Suicide Squad, to be honest, they only had one real clear opportunity. It was a very, very tight game. And I think the one bit of quality meant they took the 3 points.
Well, sometimes in life, one bit of quality is all you need. It was like my quality chat-up line when I was pulling the wife 20 years ago. It was one moment of magic, and it's led to 20 years of pain. PES Tiamo game is just fizzling out now. 4-0, collective 11. Heads dropped. They're not going to be getting any joy when they get home. If I was married to one of them, I'd be very disappointed, and I'd be making them cook their own dinner.
Over to WAP Park. It's currently in injury time. It has to be said that the Fumax Patria boys have had a couple of late chances. One rightfully ruled for offside, and another one which fizzled out on the edge of the box. But I can now confirm that match has finished 2-0 to WAP Phoenix. Goals from Sean and Mad13. Man of the match today was by far the outstanding player on the pitch, Oregano.
Yeah, I was noticing Oregano all season has been involved in pretty much everything that WAP Phoenix do. Great to see Seanino on the score sheet as well, having another good season. And WAP probably a little bit disappointed if they do finish third or fourth, because they are a high-quality team. PES Tiamo won 4-0 against Collective 11. That game has finished. The goal scorers were, because there was a little bit of confusion early on, unfortunately, some of these haircuts, I have no idea who's who, but Lupo Fonzo scored twice, Raf scored twice, and Eoson Ofra got 2 assists, and he put in an incredible game. And PES Tiamo, obviously now they're top of the league with 43 points, and Suicide Squad just behind them on 42. WAP in third place on 39 goals. This was match day 19. Stay with us. Coming up, final day of the season, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited. We did, of course, have another game as well, and Fu Magical still had a chance to impact the top of the league, and today they're playing Pro Evolution Network, who are anchored to the bottom of the table. We can only hope for what will surely be a great game here today. Fu Magical are going to be taking us on. Damien, Conan, Marek. Great interception by Greg. The referee's given a foul. I didn't think it was a foul there myself. This game obviously has ramifications for the top and the bottom of the table. Free kick. Left footed. Oh my God, it's gone in after 8 minutes. What an absolute peach of a free kick. He has curled it from the top corner. The goalkeeper could do nothing but just watch it with tears in his eyes. It breaks my heart. I'm sure it breaks his too. Marek through. It was a nice through ball. Pulls it back. Damien scores. Good pass. It was a wonderful pass there. And another lovely goal. This will leave potentially Provo Network rooted to the bottom of this table. And we can only hope for their sakes that they pull something back in the later stages of this game. Ball goes wide. Marek is in the box. Pulls it back. Damien, yet again. It's that combination, isn't it? Marek to Damien, Marek to Damien, Marek to Damien. Ping pong, sing song, ding dong. They've scored. Lovely stuff. And he's just rolled it into the net, left footed. I like to see it. They like to see it. You like to see it. We like to feel it. Second half, Mo, Lax, back passes, Greg. They're 3-0 down here. They're playing for pride. Brizzle, left foot out, Dan on his head. Oh, he shot from, must have been 50 yards. Goalkeeper clears. Up to Jukoi. Bitter loses the ball in midfield. Lecho rolls it up to Jules. Pulls it across. A 3-0 down. Provo Network. Oh, he scored. Could this be the comeback Provo Network are looking for? Could this be the game that finally changes their season? We can only hope for them. They're 3-1 down here with 57 minutes gone. Pro Evolution Network, bottom of the table. But it's a lovely goal here from Sam Crow. The ball's gone through and he's hit it right-footed into the net. Not long left. Saneth goes to clear, changes his mind. Ball comes in. Oh, it's an overhead kick from Marek. Oh, what a absolute incredible goal from Fumarek. Oh my word, it was truly a thing of beauty. Sanev's lost the ball on the edge of the area. The cross is coming in, and he's done some kind of overhead wheel kick magic, and that was truly a thing of beauty. Hello and welcome to match day 20. This is the final day of the season. It's been a wonderful season. The last match day saw two of the teams in the running drop out of the running. All we have left, we have Suicide Squad. They're 1 point behind PES Tiamo, who, if PES Tiamo win this final day of the season, they win the league. Tristan, how do you see this day going?
Cool. So I don't think you have to be very bold to not back PES Tiamo to see this out. They were ruthless against Collective 11 in that first game. PES Tiamo aren't the kind of team to let something like that slip. I think they're going to probably hold out for it. But I also can see Suicide Squad not being as almost tepid as they were in that first game. I think they will try and be a bit more ruthless this game and almost put Botafogo to the sword. It does look like Botafogo are lining up in Suicide Squad's kit, but a different kit. Looks like they're lining up in the red kit right now. That's very, very strange. Maybe they had some sizing problems with the alternate kit, so they've changed. Very, very strange. But Suicide Squad here are in their light blue kit, shooting right to left.
Well, I can tell you one thing now. The kit man there at Botafogo has to be sacked after this because it's an absolute disgrace what he's been doing. They never bring their kits. They never bring their name. Who are they bringing? Are they bringing their fans? Nobody knows. I certainly don't.
The question is, are they trying to piggyback off Suicide Squad's reputation and brand? Is it how do they want to be Suicide Squad?
Maybe they do, and the way they played last game against them, they probably wish they were. So we're going into the final day of the season here, and PES Tiamo, obviously they destroyed, and I mean utterly destroyed Collective 11 last day, and it looks like it's starting off pretty much the same way here. They had a fantastic chance just then, and there's a corner coming in now. Lupo takes the corner, loops it in, keeper punches away, ball breaks out. Is there going to be a chance here? Oh, nice wing play. Ball comes in. Oh, just wide from Lupo. Yet again, they're looking dangerous here. Chris, is there any action there at WAP Park?
No, it's a lovely sunny day here at Fumax Patria Park for the final game of the season in front of a vociferous home support. Fumax Patria are pressing high. They really, really look like they want it. They had a great early chance as well, even though I have to say that WAP Phoenix have lately come back into it with a lovely little through ball from Rick, who I think must have been stung by the criticism from the last match for doing next to nothing. So it will be interesting to see Who victors today? At the minute, impossible to say here at Fumax Patria Park.
Obviously, some big games today, but none bigger than this game here for PES Tiamo. We have got Fuma United against Manual All-Stars again. But we all know
wait.
Fuma and WAP are both playing for Pride for 3rd and 4th positions. Tristan.
It does look like we got some action here at Suicide Squad. So we got Jolito on a free kick, looping it in. It has been tipped away, and Fresh Like Me tucking it into the empty net. It was a nice little knockback by, I think it was Rudy. Rudy with a nice knockback, or possibly Haaland there, controlled by Satellite Jack. Like a nice little knockback into the box. Yep, that was Satellite Jack. Keeper palms it away and then tucked in by Fresh Like Me.
I feel like the keeper could have done better then, Tristan. What do you feel?
Yeah, he has to hold on to it.
We've seen some keeper problems throughout the leagues this season, and I suppose it does happen at this level with these legend players. WAP Phoenix, particularly, Christopher, seem to have had their goalkeeper problems this season.
Yeah, it hasn't really happened for WAP Phoenix all throughout the season. The weak part of the team has been identified by opposition as well as the goalkeeping position. They've chopped and changed. No goalkeeper has been in goals for successive matches all throughout the season. They've also conceded the most amount of goals as well, which is a worrying statistic for a team that regards themselves as highly as WAP Phoenix does. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. There's no clangers today.
Now, something very strange seems to have happened at the Suicide Squad Stadium.
Okay, so it looks like the Kitman again has called everyone off the pitch and asked Botu Femero to change into a dark black strip. This is unprecedented.
I have never seen this before in my 38 years of watching top-level football. When I'm at the bar later, I'll speak to Pele and see what he's got to say about this. But I can tell you, I've never seen a team swap kits halfway through a match. They turned up and they didn't even bring their first kits out in the first place. Absolutely crazy going on.
It's giving me Man United vibes when, famously against Southampton, they changed kit at half time. They started out in a...
It was a grey day that day. When you lose and you're getting pumped and you blame it on the kits, you know you've got to be a Man United supporter. Chance, PES Tiamo, didn't quite get through. Anything going on with the Fuma United game? It looks like it's going pretty slow up there. I mean, they're playing for 3rd and 4th. Oh, wait there. We've got some action here at PES Tiamo. Throw in. Ball comes. It drops. Raf on the wing. He's going to cross it in. He crosses. Ball comes out. No, it's nothing. It's fizzled out into nothing. Keeper's got the ball. Throws it out. Oh, he's thrown it. What has he done? He has thrown it right into the path of the PES Tiamo striker, who has gleefully put it away. Ian Sinofra has scored many goals this season, but he will not score one easier than that. The goalkeeper has given him such a massive gift, he may as well let him come home and bang his sister.
This is just mistakes that Collective 11 weren't making earlier in the season. They're usually so comfortable, like throwing it out short, keeping the ball at the back and building up slowly, but that was just horrendous.
The goalkeeper has had an absolute mare. He's going to be hanging his head in shame, and I don't think if he goes onto the free agent list, many players are going to be looking at him. If I was a manager and that happened to me, I would whip him with a horse whip. That's what I'd do. Is there anything happening at WAP Park, Christopher? Although I believe Fumax are at home this game.
No, it's Fumax Patria Park, just to get it geographically spot on for you, Stephen. But I can tell you it has a real kind of end of season feel, last match of the season kind of vibe, this game. There's really not a lot going on. There's a bit of toing and froing in the middle, people thinking about where they're going on holiday. Well, I can tell you where they're going on holiday. They're staying in their respective countries due to the coronavirus pandemic. But other than that, nothing to report.
The strange thing with this is we do have a pandemic at the moment, but all the stadiums are full because these fans don't care about dying, they care about winning. Just like myself, I'd risk it for a biscuit too.
Oh, we got some action at Manual All-Stars. We got, wow, that is a shot from Killer Spanish hitting the top corner. Fumi United going 1-0 up, moving above WAP.
Oh, he has creamed it with his left foot there. And that's an incredible finish. We didn't really get to see it all because the cameraman was not expecting the ball to drop to Killer Spanish. We're going to have to kind of watch it again. They're faffing about at the back, and it's been intercepted by the Killer Spaniard, who has pumped it. And I mean, absolutely 1, 2, 3, pumped it into the top corner. 1-0, Fumi United.
And that spells particularly bad news for WAP Phoenix. Currently half-time. They're edging it possession-wise, but they really need to not only score, they need to win to go above the team that you were just talking about.
Boomer United, Chris.
Well, I can tell you now, Collective 11 are playing good football here against PES Tiamo. They're probably still recovering after what happened last week where they lost 4-0 to PES Tiamo, but they just had a very close free kick there. Obviously, PES Tiamo need to win this to be assured of the title today, and it's not looking entirely comfortable. They're only winning 1-0 due to a horrific goalkeeping mistake. Oh, they've nearly made another mistake. Oh, they have! They have! What has happened here? PES Tiamo have scored again, and oh my God. Oh, they have just given the ball to Enos Ofra, who has lobbed the goalkeeper. The defending for Collective 11 has been collectively horrific, and if they're going to improve next season, they really need to look into this lax defending.
It's not even, it's just giving the ball away. Collective, they're usually so good at passing the ball out of defence and keeping the ball. I don't know, is it the pressure from PES Tiamo? What is happening there?
Well, PES Tiamo are playing a top three who seem very comfortable at pressing forward every time. Oh, there's another chance. Lupo turns back. Good defending by Collective 11, and it's not very often I've said that over these two games. So we're just after half-time now, and as it stands, PES Tiamo are going to win the league by 1 point if they can hold on to this 2-0 lead. Obviously, we've got Suicide Squad as well. They're 1-0 up. They need to win to keep the pressure on. Does it look like they're going to win that game? Tristan?
Well, they've been a lot better than in the first game. Like, they've kept the ball a lot better. They've created a lot more chances already. Botto maybe haven't been as... It hasn't been so like bitty in midfield. It's been a lot of Suicide Squad attacking, and then Botto, well, they're just giving the ball away there in midfield, like opening up almost for a counter attack. I think like Botto would need to do a lot more going forward to get anything from this game. But here they are, nope, and it's broken down again.
Anything happening at Fumax Patria, Christopher?
Last day of the season at Fumax Patria Park. The crowd are indeed still up for it. We just had somebody ejected for running onto the pitch, totally naked.
We had a little chip through ball there to Satellite Jack or Haaland, whoever you prefer to call them, and it is tucked into the bottom corner from a close range. That is 2-0 to Suicide Squad.
Oh, wow. Suicide Squad 2-0 up now. PES Tiamo cannot afford to make a mistake here, or they could throw away the league after a strong season. The Italians are known for surrender. Let's hope they don't do it here this season.
There was, in fact, maybe a little bit more confusion. It turns out it was actually Suicide Squad who changed kits in the first half.
Nobody knows what is going on.
So Suicide Squad, originally playing in red in the first half, have now switched to a navy black kit.
Oh my God. They've created new kits. They've created new colours. It's the first time I've heard navy black, but that's what they're wearing. Tristan's made a new colour. And I tell you what, the kit has been an absolute shambles. For next season, we're going to be pulling the managers aside, pulling the kit man aside, and telling them, frankly, sort your shit out, lads. The Fuma United game seems to be just kind of easing along. Fuma United 1-0 up.
Ooh. Action at Fumax Patria Park. We've had a break. We've had a sign of intent, in fact, which we haven't had many of this match, being quite boring. We've had a bit of action coming from the WAP Phoenix boys who broke, created a wonderful chance. Little pass into the 6-yard box, and the keeper made a wonderful save. And then the follow-up corner also was saved by the keeper. And now we have Fumax Patria on the break. I can tell you the streaker on the pitch has been ejected as well. It was a young, beautiful-looking, voluptuous lady in her 20s with plentiful breasts. Who was accordingly dealt with. Anyway, she is now off the pitch, and we are now back to concentrating on the match, or should I say semi-concentrating, because the image is still burnt onto our minds.
Well, I can tell you now that sounds just like my browser history. Ooh. Something going on here at Suicide Park.
Here we go, and it is fresh like me. Ooh, almost kept it in for a throw-in. Looks like we might have a throw-in. We're a cameraman. Like, what? You need to keep up with the game. Oh! There's Farah. Oh my God, the overhead kick from about 40 yards out rolls into the bottom corner. Like, goalkeeper, what was that?
It looks to me, I can just see on my screen a replay of that goal. Obviously, I'm not there, so I can't tell you exactly what happened, but it looks like the goalkeeper has had an absolute mare. He's thrown it out. Or kicked it out very, very weakly, and it's just been tucked away from about 40 yards. Nice finish, but he shouldn't really be given that opportunity.
With a good acrobatic finish. It's not easy, but my word, what is happening with the goalkeepers today?
It's not easy being cheesy. So we're nearing the end of the season, Tristan. Has any player stood out for you this season at all in the league?
Well, I think if we look at PES Tiamo, I mean, we have Iosanafra, like very, very good player, scoring a lot of goals, and you see creating as well. Like lots and lots of goals for PES Tiamo came through him. Like, as you've talked about through these two games, their front three is just deadly. Does look like Mad as well up front for WAP, been very, very consistent. Like, I believe started the season at right wing forward and then moved into centre forward. Like, scored a lot of goals from the wing actually. And yeah, we got at Fuma United we got players like Killer Spanish scoring a lot of goals. That older boy, whoever they are, like scoring a lot of goals, creating quite a few as well. Like moved between centre forward and midfield throughout the season. So it'd be interesting to see like who is nominated like player of the season this year.
It's going to be an interesting season next season, because I'm just looking at Fuma United and the crowd, and although Oldie Boy has been the top goal scorer, I can see some banners. Basically, it's a picture of Oldie Boy with pig's blood poured over him, and the crowd seem to be singing something about being a traitor. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe we'll find out at the end of the season.
Wait. We got something happening here. Looks like Collective 11 on the attack, Rambo.
Oh, it's a great cross. The ball has gone in, and they have scored. It was seemingly coming, and ADG has scored a wonderful header from across from the right. This really, really puts it into the mixer now, because if PES Tiamo cannot hold on to this lead, Suicide Squad could win the league. There is only 15 minutes left to play here, but Collective 11 have made it 2-1, and I'll tell you one thing, there's going to be some squeaky bum holes in Italy for the next 15 minutes.
Okay, we have something developing at WAP Park now. Moving into the last 5 minutes of the game, we've got a goal, and it's what could well be the winner for Fumax Patria. Great play down the right, and I have to say the ball has bobbled around. We've had has to be said, a terrible save from the keeper, palmed it straight into the path of Shadow, the striker for Fumax Patria, who has tucked into an empty net. 3 minutes to play. Fumax Patria 1, WAP Phoenix nil.
That's interesting. WAP were probably the favourites going into that match, but they're losing again. We've heard a lot of fans at WAP Phoenix talk about the goalkeepers this season as well. But is it the goalkeepers or is it the defenders? It's always hard to know. Should they be getting them chances? If I was WAP Phoenix manager Coco, I'd certainly be looking at who's playing DMF for me. Today, I believe it is Rick. Maybe they need to look into somebody with a little bit stronger character.
Yeah, I think that Rick has failed to, his.
Oh, there's been a goal from a corner. Lupo has put in a corner, and they have scored it. Here, Pestiamo at 3-1. That is surely the goal that will win them the league. All they have to do, they have 8 minutes left to hold on to this 3-1 lead. And if they do, they are going to be the Season 2 WAPES 11v11 legend winners. It's going to be a massive achievement. And obviously, the Italian side will be delighted if they can take home that title. 8 minutes to go. 3-1 Pestiamo. Collective 11. They've got nothing to fight for except pride. But can they do it for the league? Can they do it for themselves? Can they do it for Suicide Squad? They need to score twice in the last 5 minutes. The game at WAP
it looks like the
over.
game is almost over at Suicide Squad. So Boto Femero now down to 10 men. Someone got a second yellow, and they are now down to 10. So it looks like there is no coming back for Boto Femero here. It looks like Suicide Squad have seen this game out. They've done what they needed to do. Is there time?
Well, time is of the essence. Time moves, and so does this ball, and so does the glory. At the moment, the glory is all with Pestiamo. We're into the last 3 minutes of the game of what has been a wonderful season. Raf, Lupo, Isanofra, they've played wonderful football today. They played wonderful football all season. The game at WAP Phoenix is over. They have lost 1-0 to Fumax Patria. And it was Scriptu Sensu who got the goal there. Fuma United won 1-0 with a wonderful goal. A left foot killer finish by that killer Spanish. And Suicide Squad, nobody knows what kit they're in because the kits keep on changing. What we do know is they won 3-0 today. And next season, we're going to have a harsh word with the kit men. Hope it doesn't happen again. Collective 11 have a chance. It's the 90th minute. Sicily just got a yellow card there for Pestiamo. And let's see if they can do something in the last 2 minutes. Cross goes in, fizzles out. Ball comes out to the right. Feigns the cross. Cross comes in. Far post. Keeper punches away. Ball drops. Oh, it's all over the place. It's gone out. I think it's another corner. It's another corner here for Collective 11, who are making a good fight of this game. And obviously, you can see the fans at Suicide Squad Stadium are hoping for something to happen. But it can't. It won't. It will not. Pestiamo, the team from Italy, they have taken the title here in the WAPES 11v Legends series. And Isanofra scored twice today. Jalpone scored a goal as well. And that wasn't the story of the season, though. The story of the season is an Italian team holding on, showing some fight and grit, and they have taken the league. And some would say deservedly so. They've been a strong team. They've been great at set pieces. They've held on, and their talented front three have seen them through the match. Tristan, Pestiamo, champions, give me your thoughts.
Totally deserved. I think they've been probably the most consistent team through the season. But one of the things they've done best is get results against the big teams. Like a lot of the other teams have maybe got a lot of big results against the smaller teams in the league, but then struggled against a lot of the larger sides. Fuma United especially, picked up a load of points earlier in the season. And then when it came to playing WAP, playing Collective 11, they dropped points. Whereas Pestiamo have just been consistent. Apart from those points they dropped against Fuma United last week, they've just been consistent throughout the entire season. And they fully deserve. Their front three is just dangerous and scary. It's been very, very good. And Iosna for lots of goals, lots of assists. Definitely been one of the highlights of the season for me.
It's been a great season. And I can tell you now, I've watched every game. and it's probably been the happiest I've ever been since we hired a 17-year-old babysitter. It's been a wonderful season. PES Tiamo are the champions. They've won it by 1 point. They've won 15 games out of 20, and I think you can give the plaudits to the attacking players, but you also have to think about the defence. They've only conceded 12 goals in 20 matches, and that speaks volumes. At the bottom of the table, Buta Fumiero have finished on 12 points. Bottom of the table, slightly behind Pro Evolution Network, who also finished on 12 points with a minus 33 goal difference. Their defence must really take a look at themselves in the mirror for next season if they're going to improve. At the top of the table, Suicide Squad finished second, 1 point behind PES Tiamo, and that has to be a wonderful achievement. I know there is going to be a lot of chopping and changes with players. Can you see anybody else winning next season? Trucker.
Well, I think that looking around the division, I don't think you can actually look any further than PES Tiamo, who did a great job this season, scored a lot of goals, made some wonderful play, and have some of the most valuable players in the league. So, with regards to any challengers, I don't think you can look any further than them for next season. But with the onset of the new team, very well funded as well, funded by some murderous capital oil money from the United Arab Emirates, is the young upstarts in Division 2, Pass and Move. So should they, as they are favourites to do, get promoted to Division 1 at the end of next season, then I would be looking at them to be the nearest challengers to PES Tiamo.
There has been a lot of buzz about Pass and Move. Apparently they've been poaching so much they're going to get some Kenyan game reservers to try and stop them with that, because they've been poaching from every team, allegedly, but now they've built a fantastic squad, and I've seen them play. Pass and Move by name, Pass and Move by nature. Next season should be a great season, so stay with us, join the Discord group, stick with us, and hopefully you will hear us three again in commentary. I'd like to say goodbye from me, Rambescu, and goodbye from my co-hosts and commentary team this evening, Truckstop and Tristan.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We did have one other game today. Neither of these teams could win the league, but Provo Network were really hoping not to finish bottom of the league. Let's see if they can do something to put it out of the bag. At the moment, they're on 9 points from these 19 games this season. A disappointing turnaround, but they have lost a lot of players through the season for one reason or another. Oh, keeper clears! Oh, that was lucky. It was a long shot. Obviously, Fu Magical put the hurt on them in the last game with the 4-1 pumping. But Pro Evolution Network have got nothing to play for except pride now. Ball over. Marek. Keeper clears. Lecho. Off the bar from Lecho. Lecho. Jukois through. Nice through ball. Ooh. He had his time. He had the chance. He had his moment. At a glance. Foul. Edge of the box. Bitter rivals lining up to take the free kick. Baltazar lining up on the line. Keeper saves. 87 minutes gone here. Pro Evolution Network will need some magic if they're going to avoid finishing bottom of the league. We can only hope for their sakes. Oh, no. Oh, it's an 89th minute goal. And due to results elsewhere, Pro Evolution Network are going to finish second from bottom unless they can score a goal in this last moment of this game. And they played well this game, Pro Evolution Network. And to lose to an 89th minute goal will surely be absolutely devastating for them. It wouldn't be the first devastating moment this season. The keeper hasn't covered himself with glory there either. The game finishes. Fu Magical 1, Pro Evolution Network 0.